Hey, Vikings faithful. Skol Nation, are you ready to dive into the hottest topic burning up Minnesota right now? The quarterback situation for our beloved Vikings in 2025 is a roller coaster of intrigue, hope, and maybe a touch of déjà vu. With J.J. McCarthy stepping into the QB1 spotlight, there's buzz about whether he's the future we've been waiting for, or if the Vikings might need a familiar face to steady the ship. Could Kirk Cousins, our former captain, make a shocking return? Buckle up, because we're breaking it all down in today's Vikings news update. What's your take on our QB room, McCarthy, Howell, or a wild card? Let's get into it. First, let's talk about the rookie sensation J.J. McCarthy. The Vikings drafted him 10th overall in 2024, and despite a meniscus injury sidelining him for his entire rookie season, the team is all in on him as the Week 1 starter. This kid's got the arm, the poise, and the potential to be a franchise cornerstone. Head coach Kevin O'Connell has been raving about McCarthy's work ethic and command of the offense in training camp. But here's the kicker. With 0 NFL snaps under his belt, can we trust him to lead us to the promised land in a tough NFC North? What do you think? Can McCarthy handle the pressure right out of the gate? Now, here's where things get spicy. If McCarthy stumbles or, God forbid, gets banged up, who's the backup plan? Sam Howell, acquired from Washington, is the current QB2, but reports from The Athletic's Alec Lewis suggest he's struggling to process the game fast enough in camp. That's a red flag for a team with playoff aspirations. The Vikings want a reliable safety net, and whispers around the league have floated a blockbuster idea: bringing back Kirk Cousins. Yeah, you heard that right. Captain Kirk, the 4-time Pro Bowler who led us from 2018 to 2023, could be in play. But is this rumor legit or just off-season hype? Stick with me, Skol fans, as we unpack this. Let's set the stage for this Kirk Cousins saga. Cousins signed a massive 4-year, $180 million deal with the Atlanta Falcons in 2024, but things went south fast. After a rough season with 16 interceptions and just 18 touchdowns, he was benched for rookie Michael Penix Jr. Now, the Falcons are reportedly open to trading him, with a $27.5 million guaranteed salary for 2025 on the table. ESPN's Dan Graziano suggested in June that Minnesota could be a fit, with the Vikings covering $10 million of that salary and tossing in late-round picks, like a 6th and 7th. Imagine Cousins back in purple and gold. How wild would that be? But would he really return to play backup, or could he challenge McCarthy for the starting gig? Here's the catch. Cousins has a no-trade clause, meaning he'd have to approve any move back to Minnesota. He loved his time here, 6 years, a 50-37-1 record, and a playoff win in 2019. Plus, he knows O'Connell's system like the back of his hand, having thrived under him in 2022 with 4,547 yards and 29 touchdowns. But bringing him back could stir drama in the locker room, especially if fans start chanting for Kirk after a few rough games from McCarthy. Do you think Cousins would embrace a mentor role, or would his competitive fire push him to fight for QB1? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Now, let's pivot to the current backup battle. Sam Howell's struggles have opened the door for Brett Rypien, our QB3, who's been with the Vikings since 2023. Rypien knows O'Connell's offense inside out, but he's barely seen preseason snaps, which raises questions about the team's confidence in him as a viable number 2. If Howell can't step up and Rypien isn't the answer, the Vikings might have to look outside the roster. With the NFL trade deadline looming in November 2025, per Vikings.com, Minnesota could explore other veteran options if the Cousins rumor doesn't pan out. Who else would you want as a backup? Let's hear it. Speaking of trades, let's break down the cost of a potential Cousins reunion. According to Bleacher Report, Atlanta might settle for minimal draft compensation like a 4th-rounder if a team takes on $20 million of Cousins' 2025 salary. The Vikings, however, might push for a cheaper deal, covering just $10 to $12 million, per ESPN. That's a steal for a proven QB who could step in and win games if McCarthy falters. But here's the rub. A trade would leave Atlanta with a $37.5 million dead cap hit, so they're motivated to make a deal. Would you trade a couple of late picks for Kirk's experience? Or is it too risky? Let's zoom out and look at the Vikings' bigger picture. This team went 14-3 last season, per Vikings.com, and they're built to contend now with stars like Justin Jefferson and a stout defense. McCarthy's potential is sky-high, but his inexperience is a gamble. A veteran like Cousins could be the perfect insurance policy, especially since he's already familiar with Minnesota's playbook and culture. But what if McCarthy balls out and makes this whole debate moot? Picture him dropping dimes to Jefferson in Week 1 against the Giants. Can you feel the Skol chant already? What's your bold prediction for McCarthy's rookie year? Now, let's address the elephant in the room, the fan base. Vikings fans are passionate, and we're not afraid to voice our opinions. If McCarthy starts 4-4 and Cousins is on the bench, the US Bank Stadium crowd could get restless. Cousins led us to an NFC North title in 2022, and some fans still wear his number 8 jersey. A reunion could split the fan base. Some will love the stability, others will want McCarthy to grow through mistakes. Where do you stand? Should we roll with the rookie or hedge our bets with a proven vet? Hit the comments and let's debate. Alright, Skol Nation, it's time to wrap this up. But the conversation's just getting started. The Vikings QB situation is a powder keg of excitement and uncertainty. Will J.J. McCarthy shine as QB1? Or could Kirk Cousins make a triumphant return to Minnesota? Maybe Sam Howell or Brett Rippon steps up? Or perhaps another surprise trade is on the horizon. Head to Vikings.com for the latest Vikings news and keep your eyes peeled for updates. Smash that like button, drop your QB hot takes in the comments, subscribe for more Vikings content, and share this with your fellow Skol fans. Let's keep the purple pride alive. Skol Vikings.